Hi everyone, it's Miss Chick and I'm going to read to you today the story of the enormous turnip. And at the end of the story I'm going to ask you what you think the word enormous means. There's lots of clues as you go through the book. The enormous turnip is a traditional tale, so it means families have been reading this story for a very long time. Let's go. Once a man came out to his garden with his turnip seeds and his hoe. This is his hoe. It's like a rake through the soil. He dug and he delved and he set his seeds in a row. He cared for his seeds and watered them well, and the turnip seeds began to swell. That means they started to get a little bit bigger. In a very few days came little green leaves. They poked and they pushed and they pointed. The man with the hoe rolled up his sleeves. "That's a weed," he said as he pulled it out. He plucked out the weeds and raked the rubble. He didn't know there was going to be trouble. Oh dear, I wonder what the trouble's going to be. At last the turnips began to grow. They got bigger and bigger and bigger. And the man with the hoe said, "So, we'll have turnips for breakfast and lunch and for tea. And it's turnips for supper too, thanks to me." One of the turnips, the best of the lot, began to take over the whole of his plot. He's very proud of his turnips. Oh, it grew bigger and bigger every day. It was huge. It was vast. It was enormous. The other poor turnips got out of its way. The man was baffled, but he kept on hoeing, and the enormous turnip kept on growing. Goodness me, it is enormous. The man thought it must be time at last to pull the turnip, but it just stuck fast. "Come and help heave," called the man to his wife. The man pulled the turnip and the wife pulled the man, but the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. Pull and pull. "Come and help heave," called the wife to the boy. The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, all together. But the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. Pull and pull. "Come and help heave," called the boy to the girl. The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, the girl pulled the boy, but the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. 1, 2, 3, pull and pull. "Come and help heave," called the girl to a dog. The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, the girl pulled the dog pulled the girl, but the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. Woof! They pulled and they pulled. No joy. "Come and help heave," called the dog to a cat. The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, the girl pulled the boy, dog pulled the girl, the cat pulled the dog. Meow! Goodness me, it gets confusing. But the enormous turnip just wouldn't budge. Pull and they pulled. "Come and help heave," called the cat to the mouse. "A mouse?" they all said, and started to laugh. "A mouse can't help pull the turnip out." But The man pulled the turnip, the wife pulled the man, the boy pulled the wife, the girl pulled the boy, the dog pulled the girl, the cat pulled the dog, the mouse pulled the cat, and squeak! The enormous turnip shot right out. Whee! Thud! And thwack! And thump, and they fell back with a huge bump. Whoops! Ouch! Meow! Squeak! Woof! Bump! Bump! Oh, goodness me, they finally got it out. Then it was turnip for breakfast and lunch and for tea and turnip for supper and, oh dearie me, anyone for seconds? The turnip's so good that they can't get their fill, and it's just so enormous they're eating it still. There's all of them having their turnip. The end. So I asked you at the beginning, what does the word enormous mean? Have you worked it out? Good. It means huge, big, enormous. Bye.